Today's a new day, and it's time to tackle the front suspension. This one's going to be even more complicated. The design of these control arms is so different from what I'm used to just with like a regular coilover suspension. These extra control arms. Basically, everything needs to come out in order to extract the factory spring and shock. But once we get everything out, it's pretty much plug it all back together with the air shock, run the air lines, and put it back on the ground. Only 2 hours to get the factory suspension out. Not too bad. So now we are prepping to get the first air shock in, and because with the rears it's actually sitting a lot lower than I want. I know it's probably the lamest thing I've ever said in my life, that it's too low. I think I'm going to adjust these fronts before they go in, maybe give them an extra inch, just so that I have a little bit more lift to play with. So that's as simple as undoing this collar, twisting the bottom of the shock out a little bit, and then locking it back up before we get back into the car. Or maybe not. We'll just see how it goes. The first airbag is in! Alright, first airbag's in. First, I'm gonna get something to drink. Then we'll get some air lines run from back here all the way up. Conveniently, with these Audi Wagons, they have this nice little channel where they run the fuel and brake lines up, and they actually cover it too, so everything's protected. I'm just going to follow that zip tie next to our brake lines, and then get started on the other side. So I popped the air line out right underneath where those brake lines are coming through. Connect to the leader line, and we've got that secured up and out of the way with enough slack to allow the wheel to turn. And we'll test fit the tire, make sure we're not rubbing, cycle the suspension up and down, make sure no binding, everything's clearing, and then we'll start on the other side. Okay, this is important. The instructions are going to have you undo this bolt here. It's the connector to this lower control arm. You don't have to undo that. So deviate here, trust me. One side took me 4 hours, second side took me a half hour. Don't fuss with this bolt. Second, directions are also going to have you undo this bolt to get these guys out. You can leave them because this one is a total pain in the ass. Total pain in the ass. Go after these guys. 1 and 2. Super easy to get out. Frees up the whole assembly. Now the trick to this and the key to this working is you need a good spreader to get in there, because you're not going to be able to get the whole thing out. You have to separate the upper arm from the lower arm. So you need the proper VW spreader to get in there and separate the two and get everything out.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Pop, it's showtime. Showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues.